So Bisu's going to take an economic advantage pretty quickly here, unless Mind can strike quickly, which I doubt he's going to be able to, because he has to be on the defensive for these Reavers, basically. So kind of a good move by Bisu, kind of putting that pressure on like normal, but also using the time to expand a lot and take that economic advantage in the long run. Yeah, he's putting up another gateway in anticipation. And there's the Reaver coming out. Maybe Bisu's going to actually take another expansion. Wow. Taking the expansion just near his base as well. So
yeah,
going for a definite long-term economic victory.
Yeah. He has basically 4 Nexus up, and he could very easily, in my opinion, switch to carriers. And I think he's leaving that option open for himself, because I still think he's thinking about that match versus Switch that he almost lost, where he pulled it out with carriers at the last minute. So I think he's putting himself in a position where he can do that later. But I think the reason he put that Nexus there instead of in that protected corner is you can see that Barracks is just floating out of the corner. Mind's going to be able to see it.
Driving the Reaver in there, Scarab going in, hits the tank. Okay, he was aiming for the tank there. Usually what we see Bisu do in this case is he uses that Dragoon to land the final blow on those tanks. Gets another Scarab off there, trying to go for... the Scarab doesn't do any good. So kind of an ineffective drop there for Bisu, unfortunately. That really didn't turn out very well at all, the Scarab kind of disappearing there. And Mind able to take out that Dragoon. It looked like... I don't think Bisu expected him to have like 2 or 3 tanks in his base, only the 1. And so that Goon went down a lot faster than he expected. So he's just going to have to fly back. At least he is... I've noticed that about Bisu. He keeps his units. If he doesn't waste them. I mean, sometimes he'll have that Reaver from the initial drop, and if it doesn't work, he'll just run it back like he is now, and he'll bring it out into a battle like 10 minutes later. And they're like, oh yeah, he still has that Reaver, doesn't he?
Wow, a lot of gateways going up for Bisu. He's putting what I think that was like 3 or 4 down, and also getting the Citadel of Dune. So he's going to start teching up towards Templar. Now the question is he going to tech up towards Dark Templar, or is he going to go Psystorm? And I wouldn't doubt Psystorm, because as you can see, a large force out for Mind, and with that double expansion, we see Mind pushing 4 or 5 factories here in a minute.
They'll probably get both. Definitely. I mean, even in the midterm of game. Having speed lots is definitely important versus Terran anyway, so he needs that Citadel for that in any case. And yeah, you're right, Mind pushing out with a lot of forces here. Bisu doesn't really have a lot on the ground at the moment, because he's been spending so much money on expansion, so actually not looking very good for Bisu. He's kind of stalling by slowly falling back his goons there. He does have those gateways up now, though, so Mind needs to strike right now, or he is doomed, because once Bisu starts pumping out of those gateways, it's going to be over. He is doing really well at setting up that expansion, though.
Unfortunately, I think if Mind does manage to get up here, by the time he gets out kind of at that doorstep, Bisu's going to have those forces reinforcing down the slope, and I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this. Amazingly, though, Bisu's kind of, he's at a little bit of a disadvantage here. As you can see, he's got that expansion right outside his base that he needs to protect, and these siege tanks moving up right there, so he might lose that expansion. He kind of, he blocked the other side of the ramp and left the other side of the ramp open to allow his reinforcements to defend it, but as you can see, these reinforcements kind of, oh man, a huge battle going down here. The Reaver down, managing to take out a lot of the tanks with the Zealots and the Reavers.
There goes that Reaver.
He needs to target that Reaver. Reaver is finally down. Dragoons in the meantime pushing up. Just a couple Vultures, 3 tanks left, and we'll see if Mind can actually pull this out. Both turrets down. Those turrets don't really need to be up anymore, except for maybe Dark Templar in the near future. Planting some mines up front, and wow, able to chase it off, but really Mind needs to hurry up, and wow, that drop shuttle's still up, so with just a sliver of health. So another turret needs to go up if Mind's going to be able to hold this. And it looks like he's expanding in the meantime, but he needs to reinforce with some tanks as soon as possible.
Bisu coming in here doing these Zealot bombs, and I think Bisu probably would have taken that battle a lot more if he had speed upgrade Zealots, and he didn't yet. He probably does now at this point. But in the meantime, though, yeah, Bisu kind of losing a lot of forces there, barely able to hold that back, but he did not lose any probes in that, and he's still got that cannon up there. He's now kind of in danger. That expansion is now kind of in danger, but he hasn't lost anything there yet, and now he does have all those gateways coming out. Another couple gateways at his door as well. So it's kind of basically up to Bisu to brute force his way out at this point. That was pretty crazy. Hopefully he'll have Psystorm out pretty soon. He's going to need that as well if he's going to have a really long-term... oh, a ton of Zealots going in there. All of his Zealots blowing up there. a few more Zealots coming in there as well. What he really needs to try and do is lure the mines into the tanks, but he's not able to. And wow, Mind holds his push. Mind holds the containment, and Bisu's going to have to fall back once again. He still hasn't lost that expansion though yet. So Bisu really hasn't lost anything too major here. And now we see the power of those gateways, because now he has fresh force already, and Mind has not had a chance to reinforce that much. And somehow those tanks are still alive. The Mines somehow not hitting those tanks. I have no idea how those tanks are still alive. Honestly, Bisu forced to pump out Zealots only right now, just to deal with those mines right now, and that he might actually lose that expansion pretty soon. After all,
yeah, he is losing that expansion.
That Vulture up there picking away at it, and he has nothing to do about it. The Korean commentators are going absolutely apeshit right now, as is the crowd. This is absolutely crazy. As you said, no one expected Mind to have much of a chance, but he is holding his own here. And he's got that expansion now. He's, they're about even economically, but even economically with this much of a containment means that he does have the advantage now. Bisu is really just getting cornered here. When those tanks go into siege mode, he has a lot of Vultures protecting now. Bisu does not have enough Zealots. This could actually be the end for Bisu. Oh, huge Zealot bomb going off, and that basically saved Bisu's ass right there. That one Zealot bomb killing off those tanks. He was able to hold this off for another moment there and get some goons into the battle there. That was absolutely crazy. He's still not in very good shape though, but he's kind of broken this containment a little bit in that there's no tanks hitting his buildings, you know, for the moment. But that could change very soon.
I think all those tanks just had a sliver of health on them when he placed them there, and he just kept them way too close. They were all so weak. So just that single little bit of hit at the Zealots. I don't know if there's a Mind underneath them that went off, but either way, yeah, losing a ton of tanks there. And now he has to be careful. He has to delay Bisu a bit, as Bisu, as you can see, pumping out of those gateways, is pushing down. So now Mind has to worry about getting his reinforcements out. He just built basically a buttload of gateways a few seconds ago. The question is he going to have enough tanks to push this out? As you can see, just dropping mines, just kind of sacrificing one Vulture at a time to try to delay this.
Wow. Bisu now coming back. Now Bisu chasing Mines to his base. Mind having to set up a defensive perimeter instead of a containment perimeter here. And yeah, definitely, I mean, the turrets, a major part of what just happened, because without those turrets, Bisu was able to A, get his observers in and pick off those mines, and B, drop those Zealot bombs, which he wasn't able to do originally with those turrets hanging around. So absolutely crazy. Bisu trying to put that expansion back up again, trying to regain the economic advantage. Zealots trying to force their way up that ramp. They are able to force their way in. It looks like they might be enough Vultures to kill them off, though, before they kill off the tanks. One tank goes down. That other tank is probably going to go down. In the meantime, though, Bisu's Dragoons have all died. So Mind is going to be able to hold off this counter push there. And did Bisu just GG?
Bisu called GG right there.
Bisu called GG. I have no idea why.
He realized, I think, that there is a large tank force that Mind had on the ground. He didn't have any forces out, so by the time he got his forces out to reinforce, Mind was going to be on his doorstep again with another contain, and it was just kind of a matter of time there.
That didn't stop him from breaking the contain the first time, though.
True.
I think he gave up a little bit too easy, honestly. But yeah, obviously we'll have to see him get his revenge in the second game here.
All right. This has been another dual commentary with Moletrap and Diggity, and we're going to get at, basically, we're just sitting down getting the entire set here. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. We'll see you